A soft buzz of excitement spread through the audience as the final rays of sunlight dipped below the horizon, painting the sky above Northwest Stadium in deep purples and cool grays. 4 days, forecasts had warned of rain, and for weeks, the public had been anxious, waiting for news from the White House. Just 10 miles to the east, a president's caution about possible military action against Iran loomed like an unspoken threat. The stage lights glimmered through the lingering mist on the field, creating an atmosphere that felt like a long-awaited release. By the time Kendrick Lamar struck the first notes of "All Right," a collective sigh resonated throughout the stadium, as if the audience had been holding its breath during those tense, overcast hours. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip-hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. The atmosphere hadn't always been so lively. Just an hour earlier, DJ Mustard had taken the stage, blending classic West Coast hits with modern tracks, daring the light rain to dampen the crowd's enthusiasm. When he dropped the beat for "Ballin'," a gust of wind swept across the field, causing umbrellas to flutter like deflated balloons. But instead of retreating, fans leaned in, hoods up, raincoats on, phones raised, determined to transform the challenge into an electrifying experience. Mustard smiled under the stadium lights, shaking water from his headphones before building up to the final crescendo, and at that moment, the clouds parted as if on cue. When Kendrick and SZA finally emerged, she in a flowing black and gold robe, he in a camo overshirt and fresh sneakers, the rain had not only stopped but seemed to have been banished. Neon rainbows arched above the stage, a vivid contrast to the tense headlines that had dominated the news all day. For every drop the sky had released, the crowd responded with tenfold energy, cheering and clapping as the duo launched into "Gloria," the song's heavenly harmonies lifting the humidity from the air like a burden being released from the earth. The setlist resembled a collection of significant cultural moments: DNA, King's Dead, All the Stars. Each song carried its own unique energy. When Kendrick took center stage for "King Kunta," his voice crackled through the speakers with the same defiance as when the track first debuted. The audience erupted in unison, arms raised and eyes closed, each person singing along as if in prayer. For a brief moment, the outside world, the politics, the protests, the threats from the presidency, faded away, replaced by a singular focus on the raw power of the performance. SZA followed up with "Broken Clocks," her voice rising gracefully over gentle chords, each note carrying a bittersweet sense of introspection. Surrounding her, backup singers swayed in unison, embodying the contrast of light and shadow. The stage visuals flickered with grainy scenes of city streets, Los Angeles at dawn, the stucco buildings of Compton, and Houston's glittering skyline, emphasizing the shared struggles and victories that defined the grand national tour. Midway through her set, she included a snippet of "Drew Barrymore," which elicited cheers that echoed off the stadium's metal structure, serving as a reminder that vulnerability can be just as impactful as confidence. When Kendrick returned for "King's Dead," he prowled the stage like a lion surveying its territory, his gaze sweeping over the audience. As he rapped, "I got royalty inside my DNA," his words resonated beneath the open sky, carried by a breeze that felt almost sacred. The interplay of light and shadow, along with smoke and strobe lights, made the moment feel monumental, a spiritual reclamation in a world eager to define them differently. Between songs, Kendrick took a moment to address the audience directly. He acknowledged the weight of the day's news, referencing the tensions back east and the unease affecting cities around the globe. He spoke of Juneteenth, just hours away, as more than a date. It was a living testament to resilience, a reminder that freedom must be claimed, not given. "We're here tonight because we remember who we are," he told the crowd with a gentle urgency. "We celebrate our origins and honor those who came before us." When SZA returned for the penultimate verse of "Nivelle," tears glistened in her eyes as she sang about longing and belonging, her words resonating with anyone who has ever felt out of place or unheard. The crowd responded with a tenderness that felt comforting, drawing closer and softly singing along. In those moments, Northwest Stadium transformed from a mere venue into a sanctuary. For the grand finale, Kendrick and SZA took the stage to perform their hit collaboration, All the Stars. The atmosphere was electric, filled with golden light and swirling smoke that resembled a shimmering mist. Kendrick delivered his verses with sharp precision, each line met with enthusiastic cheers from the crowd. SZA's chorus soared above, her voice piercing through the harmonies with crystal-clear brilliance. As the final refrain played, the stadium swayed as one, with applause crashing down in waves. A touching moment unfolded when SZA revealed two flags, one for Mexico and the other for the United States. Standing next to Kendrick, she raised them high, her gaze unwavering as the crowd erupted once more. "Love to all my immigrants," she declared, her voice a blend of softness and strength. The flags danced in the night breeze, representing intricate identities and shared journeys. This gesture went beyond politics. It was a sincere embrace symbolizing unity in a time of division. As they exited the stage, the impact of their performance lingered. The vibrant rainbows above gradually faded into the deep blue of the night, and the shimmering smoke from the machines vanished into the cool air. Fans remained seated, reluctant to leave the magical experience that had guided them through uncertainty. Eventually, the stadium lights dimmed, and the audience began to disperse, buzzing with excitement about the night's events. For Kendrick Lamar and SZA, this was not merely the end of the U.S. leg of their grand national tour. It served as a powerful reminder of music's ability to conquer fear, transform rain into rainbows, and turn fleeting moments into lasting memories. They had offered more than just a concert. They had fostered a shared catharsis, illustrating that even in tough times, people could come together to celebrate life, love, and their shared history. In the days that followed, headlines would dissect every lyric, analyze every tweet, and interpret every political nuance. Yet, on that night in Washington, D.C., none of that mattered. What remained was the sound of a united crowd and the image of two artists standing together beneath the same sky they had faced together. Within a week, the Grand National Tour would journey across the Atlantic, lighting up stages in Paris, London, and beyond. While the setlist might change and the visuals might evolve, the core of the show would remain unchanged, an unwavering celebration of identity, resilience, and creativity. Kendrick and SZA would carry with them the memories of the rainbow glow at Northwest Stadium, of rain-soaked fans who refused to leave, and of an audience that, for a few magical hours, discovered that the world could indeed feel all right. As the sun set on the eve of Juneteenth, the echoes of the performance lingered in the streets of Washington, D.C. People walked home with radiant smiles, strangers holding hands in appreciation, all humming the same melody. In that moment, transcending politics and news, they were bonded by a deeper connection, the belief that music has the power to heal, inspire, and remind them of the connections they can still forge, like rainbows in the night sky, illuminating the path ahead. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.